It has a pulley system, which has a low pulley and a high pulley. Basically, I can anchor an attachment at the bottom down here, or anchor an attachment up high, and then I throw some weights over here. You can see here, there's like two pegs where I can just slide weights on. S. Thicky asks, can you tell me what kind of rack or cage you have and what kind of attachments you have on it? Yes. This is a !gym. Go to dominationtime.com/gym. A Valor Power Rack BD 7. It's like $430 pre-Corona prices. These days, I don't know how much it's going for or if it's even in stock. But let's talk about this rack really quick, what I like and don't like. This is an old version of it. They've upgraded a few things. So let's talk about what I like. It has weight storage on the side, so it's got some weight pegs. Notice though, that these are standard size pegs for the 1-inch holes. These right here, these are Olympic weights. These are 2-inch holes. So it sits a little bit big on it, not a big deal. I don't think it's the end of the world, but there's something to note. I like the safety. It has safeties. The holes here. Actually, hold on. Before I talk about what I don't like, talk more about what I like. It has a pulley system, which has a low pulley and a high pulley. Basically, I can anchor an attachment at the bottom down here, or anchor an attachment up high, and then I throw some weights over here. You can see here, there's like two pegs where I can just slide weights on to change whatever it is. So like, I kind of wish it had a mid section to pull from, like a sliding adjustment. It doesn't have that. So it'd be kind of nice for like standing rows to be able to raise up where I'm pulling from. Kind of nice. Oh well, I lose out on that. And then what else? This old version, the bench press pins are spaced out pretty far. You might notice on nicer power racks, they'll have a lot more holes here for safeties for bench press position. And then for squats, it's a lot like coarser. And that's because for bench, you need there's a very fine line for failure to where you have to get yourself to the right height such that you could still compress yourself to get the safeties to catch you. So this one doesn't have that, which is why if you guys ever see me doing bench, you'll notice I have some planks of wood. I just put the planks of wood underneath the bench to elevate it like a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. And that's all I need to get to like the perfect safety height for myself. The other thing I don't like about it is this bar back here, this cross beam on the ground, gets in the way of my bench. So I can't get my bench as far back as I would like to. And so to unrack myself, I've talked about this earlier, when I'm unracking by myself, I have no one for liftoff. So I have to slide my head off the bench to feel comfortable for my shoulders to unrack, which is fine. You don't have to have your head on the bench. If you're competing for powerlifting, some federations require that, some don't. But if it doesn't impact your bench press, don't worry about having head on the bench. That being said, what else? The other attachments, I just bought like a chain and some other random pulley attachments here for like rows and stuff. Can I attach a landmine to it? No, I cannot. At least I don't think there is a way to do it. If I want to do landmines, you just take a corner of the rack and stick your bar in it. So like this, I'm going to take my bar and just stick it into the corner so it doesn't roll anywhere. Like right here. So now the bar is anchored in the corner, so it's not going to roll. And for the most part, I'll stay in position for most exercises. So I can do like T-bar rows, landmines, or whatever. Is it ideal? No, but it gets the job done. This is $400, a little over $400. I think it's great. I love it. If you're not looking for like super nice equipment, looking for like budget, good quality equipment, I would choose this one. A big fan of this one, Valor BD 7. Unfortunately, not being paid to say it, but it's lasted me a while. This is like 4 or 5 years old. Yeah, like 5 years old, still great. I mean, it squeaks, but you just gotta tighten the bolts once in a while if you notice something's really loose. But yeah, it's got a pull-up bar on top. I love it. So, S Thicky, yeah, that sounds about right. The 30 millimeter versus 50 millimeter in metric units. I'm not sure. Just check 1 inch versus 2 inch. They're pretty much universal. Like for the weights that I'm using, you're gonna have, wherever you are in the world, they're pretty much all the same. It's either the 1 inch holes or the 2 inch holes. Let me show some examples. Like you look here, on my screen, I'm holding like on my right hand, this is a 1-inch dumbbell handle. So it's got like the threaded screws and it's got like the skinny shaft and skinny holes. This is like the typical home gym weights you see. This right here is an Olympic dumbbell handle for the 2-inch weights. Is much thicker and you can slide on the same weights that you put on a barbell. So I like these, the 2-inch Olympic weights because Olympic dumbbell handles, because I can go much heavier and I can use the same weights that I used before for like barbells. So I don't have to like buy another set of weights. I happen to get this one for free as a gift. So I still have these 20-pound dumbbells, which they're nice. They're nice to have for like some quick dumbbells. They don't take that much time to set up. So I just throw them on, good to go. So I like them both. But if you're going to go with a home gym, if you think you want to lift heavy, then I think you should go with Olympic weights. And also, again, !gym, TomNationTime.com/gym. I have guides where I kind of talk about this and things to think about when buying a home gym. If you like the content, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Also, follow us on Twitch and leave the notifications on. Feed your brain, feed your body, and see you next time.